I think what we've proven in this case is that what Johnson & Johnson did was so far past a reasonable mistake, it's not even close. What we know about Johnson & Johnson is that by 1958, they knew two things. Number one, there was asbestos. Number one was asbestos gives people cancer. And number two is there was asbestos in the baby powder. They wrote it down, fibrous particles of amphibole in our baby powder are tremolite. That's asbestos. That's not my definition. That's not a lawyer's definition. That's not a paid expert's definition. That's Johnson & Johnson's own definition written down in their own files. That's what they found in the baby powder in 1958. And I showed you this picture from their Vermont mine. This was some of the material from their Vermont talc mine. Fibrous material from the waste rock identified as tremolite. I wanted to show you that so you know what it looks like. That's part of the material they were grinding into the baby powder and that they knew was there in 1958. At that same time, Johnson & Johnson was advertising about how fragile babies are. Babies are so fragile. Use our pure and safe powder when they've written down in their own records it contained asbestos. And so Johnson & Johnson as a company was at a turning point. They had to decide what to do, a fork in the road, right? They could have recalled the powder, they could have warned people, they could have switched to cornstarch. They had cornstarch the whole time. They could have taken the talc out, and they could have used cornstarch. And what I think you'll learn, and what we know, is that corporations, just like people, can be responsible or irresponsible. Corporations, just like people, can be honest or they can be dishonest. And corporations, just like people, can have character or they can lack it. When Johnson & Johnson knew there was asbestos in their baby powder and they were advertising it to moms, they showed you who they were. They just kept selling it year after year after year.